working for a boss who thinks he owns you. He manipulates, lies, cheats on his wife openly, and worst of all, he fires your girlfriend just because she rejected him. Now imagine waiting, planning, until the perfect opportunity arises to burn his entire world to the ground. That's exactly what I did. And let me tell you, when justice finally came for him, it was brutal. If you've ever dreamed of sweet revenge against someone who wronged you, you're going to love this story. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and smash the like, because today you'll hear how a controlling boss lost his job, his marriage, and his pride, all because he messed with the wrong employee. This story goes back several years, but the memory is still fresh, etched into me like it happened yesterday. My boss, let's call him Greg. Now, Greg wasn't just a boss. He was one of those type A personalities who thrived on control. Everything had to be his way, and if you pushed back even slightly, he'd make sure you regretted it. But here's the kicker: Greg was married. And not just married. His wife also worked in the same company. On the surface, he played the part of the hardworking family man, but behind the scenes, he was a complete predator. Greg had a disgusting little hobby. He loved photography, but not in the wholesome sense. He would actually take pictures of himself with the women he cheated with during the act. Then, as if that wasn't enough, he'd brag about it. He'd show the photos around the production floor like some kind of sick trophy collection. His arrogance was boundless. Now, at the time, I was in a long-distance relationship with a woman who worked at another one of our offices. She was smart, kind, and everything Greg wasn't. He eventually found out we were together, and of course, in his twisted little mind, that meant one thing: she became a target. The next time Greg had to visit her office, he pulled his usual stunt. He tried to charm her, pressure her, get her into bed. But unlike so many before, she flat out rejected him. She made it crystal clear that she wasn't interested. And how did Greg take rejection? Like a spoiled child. He lied about her, twisted stories, and within weeks, she was fired. Just like that. I can't even describe the rage I felt. The pit in my stomach, the heat in my chest, the pounding in my head when she called me crying, saying she'd lost her job because of him. It was more than unfair. It was personal. But instead of exploding, I did something else. I went quiet. I decided right then and there, if Greg wanted to play games, I'd play the long one. And oh, was it worth it? See, I knew Greg's weakness. He was reckless, sure, but not completely stupid. He couldn't risk keeping his secret stash of photos at home. His wife might stumble upon them. So where did he keep them? At work, in his office. That office was usually locked tight, and Greg was protective of it. But luck, as they say, favors the patient. One Saturday, I was in the office working some overtime. The cleaning crew came through, and like clockwork, they unlocked his office to vacuum. That was my chance. I walked in casually, clipboard in hand, pretending to take measurements on some drawings pinned to the wall. The cleaning lady barely noticed me. She just said, "Make sure to close the door when you're done," and left. My heart was racing so hard I thought it might echo through the halls. But I pushed through the fear and went straight to his desk. I pulled open drawer after drawer, searching for something. Anything. And then, in the very back of the bottom drawer, jackpot. A stack of photos, 4 inches thick. I froze staring at them. Dozens upon dozens of glossy prints. And there he was, Greg himself, in compromising positions with at least 4 different women. His face crystal clear in every single shot. And none of them were his blonde wife. These women had dark hair, red hair, every shade except hers. My hands were shaking, but not from fear anymore. From excitement. This was it. This was the leverage. This was how I'd destroy him. I took the entire stack, every single picture. Then I carefully closed the drawer, shut the office door, and walked out as calmly as I could manage. Inside, I was screaming with triumph. I didn't act right away. Timing was everything. If I wanted this to work, it had to hit Greg where it hurt most. His marriage. So I waited. I waited until Greg left town on another business trip, thinking he was untouchable. That's when I struck. During lunch, I drove to the town where he and his wife lived. I didn't go to just any post office. No, I went to the closest post office to his house. That way, there'd be no doubt in her mind that whoever sent the package knew them personally. I carefully picked out a dozen photos. The worst ones. Each one showed Greg's smug face alongside a different woman. The evidence was undeniable. No letter, no explanation, no return address, just cold, hard proof. I sealed them in an envelope, dropped them in the box, and drove away. My heart was pounding again, but but this time it wasn't fear. It was exhilaration. Justice was on its way. When Greg came back from his trip, everything changed. His wife had received the package, and oh, did she act on it. She divorced him. And not quietly, either. Her lawyer absolutely took him to the cleaners. His reputation at work crumbled. His marriage was over. His life, the perfect little empire of lies he had built, was in ruins. As for me, I didn't say a word. I just sat back, smiled, and enjoyed the show. And the best part, the girlfriend he tried to take from me, the one he destroyed just to feed his ego, she's my wife now. We built a life together, far away from that toxic mess. And we're not mad anymore. Just grateful. Because in the end, karma doesn't always come on its own. Sometimes it needs a little push. This story taught me something important. When people abuse power, they think they're untouchable. But the truth is, arrogance blinds them, and eventually every predator meets a reckoning. Sometimes, that reckoning just happens to come from someone they underestimated. If you found this story as satisfying as I did living it, hit like and subscribe for more tales of justice and revenge. And tell me in the comments, what's the most satisfying revenge you've ever seen or experienced? Who knows, your story might just be the next one I tell.